From the strange things they put in the McRibs to the amount of cows that are used each year, here are 12 secrets of McDonald's. But first, we'd like to thank our subscribers who've commented on our videos within the last few months. Occasionally, we do go back to check out the older comments. What do you find to be the most shocking secret? Let us know in the comments section and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video. Number 12. Concoction. So when you're at home and you want to make yourself a strawberry milkshake, you might consider only using milk, ice cream, frozen strawberries, and maybe some vanilla extract for flavor. Although soft drinks have taken over as the most popular beverage sold at fast food chains, the strawberry milkshake should probably be avoided. They're trying to not only make it taste like candy for kids, but also have it appeal to adults. McDonald's recipe is a tad more complicated. According to The Guardian, there are 59 ingredients in the McDonald's milkshake, something that should be pretty simple. It almost seems like an evil scientist came up with this concoction in his basement. Despite the large amounts of corn syrup already being used, there are a few different things that may shock you. There are a whole bunch of different names of chemicals found in these shakes that you wouldn't expect to be here. It almost seems like they need chemists working behind the register. Some of these yummy chemicals include phenethyl alcohol, which is used as a preservative in soap, and also solvent ethyl acetate, which is found in nail polish and glue. Bon appetit! Number 11. Large by proximity. If a fast food restaurant opens near you, you may be Ronald McDonald's next victim of obesity. It's been proven that one of the biggest allures of fast food is that it's fast, convenient, and easy to access. Basically, it's so close to us that it may be difficult to resist the temptation to stop there for dinner. According to a study by Columbia University, having a fast food restaurant 1/10 of a mile from a school increases the probability of obesity of the students by 5.2%. They also calculated that a pregnant woman living from a half mile of a fast food restaurant has a 2.5% chance of gaining over 44 pounds during her pregnancy. Just bring some snacks with you and keep healthy. Number 10. Chicken McNuggets. When people go to McDonald's, they might consider buying the McNuggets as a cheap option for a meal. They might think that getting chicken is healthier than beef. But what exactly are they putting in those McNuggets? The answer may surprise you. Although it seems to look like white breast meat, that's not the case. A study from the University of Mississippi Medical Center took a few nuggets from each bag and determined what it was composed of. The study showed that 40% of it was skeletal muscle, connective tissue, nerves, and fat. That's kind of like what dog food is made of. It seems rather clear that McDonald's is trying to cut operation costs as much as possible, and it shows up in the quality of their food. Not only that, but they're also frozen until they're ready to use, and some additional unhealthy chemicals are used to preserve them. Number 9. 5.5 million cows. McDonald's sells more than 75 hamburgers every second. To keep up with the demand, they have to get the beef from millions of cows. Literally. You might not always think about it because we don't have to kill our own food anymore, but in order to meet the demands of the public, 5.5 million cows need to be slaughtered each year. How many pounds of meat is that though? That's about 909 massive passenger jets worth of beef each year. Where on earth do we get all those cows from? Number 8. Extremely caloric. Most of us really have no idea how many calories we're consuming when we go to a fast food restaurant. Researchers surveyed a group of about 1,900 total school children, teenagers, and adults on their guess about how many calories some items from several fast food chains had. It turns out, for each meal, they underestimated the amounts of calories by quite a bit. The adults and school children underestimated by both 175 calories, whereas the teenagers underestimated by an average of 260 calories. Getting something at McDonald's like a bacon and cheese 1/3 pound burger can contain 810 calories, which is about 1/3 of your daily recommended caloric intake. Even something innocent looking like a McWrap chicken and ranch contains 650 calories. And this doesn't even consider fries or a drink. The breakfast with hotcakes has a whopping 1,150 calories, which is about half your daily recommended intake, or even more. Add syrup to it and it gets even higher. The McFlurry with M&Ms is more than a bacon burger, coming in at 980 calories, which is abnormally high for ice cream. Do we even know what our food is anymore? Number 7. Childhood obesity. McDonald's has been accused of contributing to childhood obesity and even targeting kids to eat their unhealthy food. This doesn't just affect them, it affects you too. We'll explain later. McDonald's is also the largest producer of toys in the country, which they put into Happy Meals. Parents can't always be around while their children are trying to eat some food, and sometimes this will lead to them spending their lunch money on junk food. Some parents also claim that they didn't realize how unhealthy the food was. Each Happy Meal contains 1,000 calories, including a soft drink, french fries, and a cheeseburger. And don't forget about plenty of sodium and trans fat. That's half of the caloric recommendation for adults. So it's rather clear that this shouldn't be targeted at kids with a fun toy in each meal. In recent years, they tried to add fruits and juice to the meals, but only after they had to deal with lawsuits. Currently, the calories of this can be reduced to 390 calories if all the proper combinations are made. Childhood obesity results in diabetes later on in life. Diabetes is one of the most common reasons people get disability money from the government. So in the end, we're probably paying for a bunch of people to eat McDonald's. Number 6. Rainforest Destruction accusation. Greenpeace accused McDonald's of destroying parts of the Amazon rainforest in order to make way for soybean plants. The soybeans would have been used to feed chickens, which normally ends up in your spicy McChicken sandwich or your chicken nuggets. They said that McDonald's was doing it illegally and cutting down protected land to achieve their goals of global domination. Soybean production works quite well in the Amazon rainforest, it seems, and it seems almost like every big company around the world has their share in some type of destruction of the Amazon. Protests broke out with people standing outside McDonald's dressed up as chickens, holding picket signs like we see here, with a police officer from the UK standing to the left. In 2006, Greenpeace released a document called Eating the Amazon, where they point the finger at McDonald's and KFC, with plenty of evidence to back it up. So each time you take a bite of that McNugget, you might be tasting a little bit of the Amazon rainforest as well. Number 5. The McRib. No other sandwich is quite as strange, quite as mysterious, and quite as monstrous as the McRib. Is this sloppy sandwich actually made from real meat, or some type of edible concoction that's made in a laboratory, or even by aliens? There are over 70 different ingredients in this thing. Parts like pig heart, tripe, and scalded stomach are found in the meat, and then some other crazy chemicals to top it off. There's also azodicarbonamide, ammonium sulfate, and other words hard to pronounce, but you get the point. It almost seems like it could be made from every part of the pig except for the ribs. It's intentionally shaped like that to fool consumers. The pork meat is apparently chopped up and then formed into the shape of ribs, which takes about 45 minutes for each slab. Some rumors out there claim that the McRib actually contained meat from kangaroos, but that's not the case. Despite all the mysteries, it remains a crowd favorite, and there's even a website out there called the McRib Locator that allows you to track the closest McDonald's location selling the McRib. Number 4. Ronald McDonald. There are a few things you probably should know about Ronald McDonald, who's a clown character used as a McDonald's mascot. His statues are outside of many McDonald's locations around the world, probably made by factory workers. This photo here shows a mold of him that's still being worked on, but it almost seems like he's attached to some type of torture device. They could really use a new mascot. In McDonald's mythology, Ronald lives somewhere called McDonaldland with a few other characters, one being a known criminal, the hamburglar. The first Ronald McDonald was actually this character who seems like he would give kids nightmares. Not every country out there likes McDonald's, but we think they went a little bit too far with this one. This statue in Italy must scare the living bejesus out of anyone who walks by it. It turns out he's become a symbol of globalization, corporations, and American imperialism. The statue we just saw was a strange rendition of Caravaggio's painting of David with the head of Goliath. A different statue by the artist Banksy shows a more stern look and is intended to symbolize the gap between CEOs and employees. Number 3. Medium is large. Fast food restaurants often want people to choose the larger of the 3 options, simply because it costs more and it helps you get hooked. People often tend to choose the middle option when they go out, to choose the best of both worlds. So what do restaurants do for the middle option? Well, they basically give you a large, say it's a medium, and charge you more for it. In some video on YouTube, a man grabs a McDonald's medium soda, pours it into a large, and shows how there's little to no difference in volume. If you want to know the truth, try it out for yourself. The cups are basically shaped in a manner to make you believe you're getting a much bigger cup. Number 2. Avoiding grilled chicken. Recently, a user on Reddit who is an employee at McDonald's claims that the grilled chicken is actually the strangest item on the menu and you probably shouldn't eat it. This includes sandwiches, wraps, and salads. They stated that the chicken meat is just awful and completely frozen for long periods of time. In order to defrost it, it's steamed, and then it turns a little bit gelatinous, and then served right on your tray. The McMuffin seems to be the better of the options at McDonald's if you absolutely have to eat something there. And number 1. McDonald's Lawsuits. McDonald's has so many lawsuits for so many different reasons, it's hard to believe they're still in business. Up until 1990, beef flavoring was added to their french fries, despite them claiming that it was all vegetarian, and they were sued for that. A woman from North Carolina won $640,000 when a cup of hot coffee was accidentally spilled. It turned out that McDonald's was keeping their coffee extremely hot, to the point where it caused third-degree burns. There's even a case where a prankster called a McDonald's and spoke with the managers. He impersonated a police officer over the phone and told the managers to strip search a young female employee, Louise Ogborn. The managers complied, and a very strange event occurred for 2 hours. But after another lawsuit, she was a millionaire. We're sure she's loving that.